Hi everyone, one more time, and welcome to the class for today. And we are going to cover chapter 2, which is evaluating firm's external environment. As you guys know, my name is Panji Sundan. So let's start the second chapter for today. And in this second chapter, as I mentioned, we're evaluating a firm's external environment. So in the first chapter, we cover the strategic management processes, right? In this management processes, you had a mission, objectives, external and internal analysis. So now we are going to learn about the evaluating firm's external environment, namely external environment. So today's uh, the learning objective for today's class is describe the dimensions of the general environment facing a firm and how this environment can affect the firm's opportunities and threats. Then in the second part, describe how the structure conduct performance. SCAP model suggests that industry structure can influence a firm's competitive choices. So, describe the five environmental threats and indicators of when each of the threats will enhance or reduce the attractiveness of the fund industry. In the fourth part of this PPT includes discussing the role of complements in analyzing competition within an industry. The final one is describe four generic industry structures and specific strategy opportunities in those industries. So, if you guys have any questions, and you are welcome to comment in the below. So, I will of course reply to your questions and comments, of course. So subscribe to the channel if you want, and let's start the PPT. So why external analysis? Why we have to learn the external analysis? External analysis allow firms to discover threats and opportunities. See, if above normal profits are likely in an industry, better understand the nature of competition in an industry, make more informed strategic choices and others. So, uh, so here you can see the what I mean. The example, the general external environment. So focal form. You guys know about the focal form, right? Focal form means that's a you can guys call that a central form. Central form means it's a focal form. So focal form includes complementers, entry, rivalry, substitutes, suppliers, buyers. So complementers, what does complement? Specific international events, entry, technological change, demographic trends, it's a rivalry, of course. Substitutes includes cultural trends, suppliers, economic climate, buyers, legal, political conditions can be example for this focal form. So in here you can see specific international events. For example, European Union ban on hormone-treated US beef. And in the case of technological change, PDAs and cell phones. Demographic trends, Hispanic population growth, changing image of CUs in cultural trends, and in economic climate part, that's a, we can say rising interest rates, legal and political conditions, changing policy toward oil exploration on public lands, and etc. So, industrial analysis, the importance of industrial analysis. The structure conduct performance model, as we mentioned earlier, SCP, originally developed to spot anti-competitive conditions for antitrust purposes, came to be used to assess the possibilities for above normal profits for firms within an industry. Model of environmental threats was developed from this economic tradition. So here you can see the structure conduct performance model. Structure conduct performance model, that's an industry structure that includes number of competing firms, homogeneity of products, cost of entry and exit, and firm conduct, strategies firms pursue to gain competitive advantage, performance, firm level, competitive disadvantage, parity, temporary or sustained competitive advantage, society, productive and allocative efficiency, level of employment and progress. Model of environmental threats. Focal firm, that's a central firm. Industry threat. Here you can see entry, rivalry, substitutes, suppliers, buyers, right? So higher threats, lower average profits. You guys understand? If there is higher threat, then lower average profits comes to the next. So, threat from new competition. If firms can easily enter the industry, any above normal profits will be beat away quickly. Barriers to entry lower the threat of the entry. Barriers to entry make an industry more attractive, right? If you guys have a, for example, business plan or new business, so then you want to enter the market, right? If there are barriers, then it means the market is more attractive. That's true whether the focal form is already in the industry or thinking about entering the industry or the market, right? So barriers to entry, economies of scale. You guys know about the economies of scale, right? Firm that can produce the minimum efficient scale will be at disadvantage. Product differentiation, entrants are forced to overcome customer loyalties to existing products. Cost advantages, one of the barrier. Cost advantage independent of scale. Incumbents may have learning advantage and so on. Government policies, for example. Of course, that's a government policies or PESTEL analysis. In PESTEL, there is a P that stands for political, right? Government policies. Governments may impose trade restrictions and or grant monopolies. So, economies of scale and the cost of production. As you can see in this here, in the vertical column, there is a pure unit cost of production in USD. So low, X, volume of production, and high. That's a, you can see the economies of scale and cost of production. So, moral of industry competition. Threat from existing competitors. Attributes of an industry that increase the threat of direct competition. Large number of competitors, slow or declining growth, high fixed costs, and high storage costs. Low product differentiation, industrial capacity added in large increments. Threat of supplier leverage, powerful supplier can squeeze lower profit, the focal firm. Industrial condition that facilitates supplier power. Small number of firms in supplier industry, highly differentiated products, lack of close substitutes for supplier's products. Supplier could integrate forward. Focal firm is an insignificant customer of supplier. Are you guys understanding? So, threat from buyers' influence. Powerful buyers can squeeze lower profit, the focal firm, by demanding lower prices and higher levels of quality and services. In the case of industrial conditions that facilitate buyer power, small number of buyers for focal firms output, lack of differentiation product, the product is significant to the buyer. Indicators of the threat of buyers' influence. Buyers operate in a competitive market and they are not earning above normal profit. Buyers can vertically integrate backward. Many small buyers can be united around an issue to act as a block. Example, we can say Monsanto's life science strategies. You can guys find out in Google, or you can do Googling and you can find Monsanto's life science strategies. That's a really nice strategy. So, model of industrial competition. Here you can see, as we mentioned above in this picture, if all threats are high, expected normal profits. If all threats are low, expected above normal profits. Most industries are somewhere between the extremes. So, complementars as another force. Complementars increase the value of the focal firm's product. Customers perceive more value in the focal firm product when it's combined with the complementars product. Complementars may be found outside the focal firm's industry. Example, Michelin tires on Corvette. If there is a pronunciation is wrong, I'm not really sorry. I think that's pronounced Michelin, right? So, and responding to the environmental threats, neutralizing threats. Most firms cannot unilaterally change the threats in an industry. By altering relationship in an industry, firms may reduce threats or create opportunity, thereby increasing profit. As an example, we can here I have mentioned a regional healthcare system, building contractor, and the bakery. And so for today, that's enough for today, and I'm going to continue the presentation in the next chapters. So guys, thank you for your time, and let's continue in the next chapters.